And welcome to this edition of Weather Ranger. We'll be discussing a big storm coming on Saturday. So we're going to get open the lines here for some Q&A session time. And the Q&A is now open, and it should be on the right side of your panel. If you do have Google Plus, you're going to need Google Plus in order to use the Q&A session. Other than that, you might not be able to log in. Of course, the YouTube link is also valid on the Facebook page, and the YouTube link will work also on the Facebook page. But I recommend that you sign into the Google Plus. Make sure you sign into your Google Plus account so that you can hear this live broadcast. And if you can hear me right now, it means that you're successfully listening to the broadcast. I'd like to welcome you to another night of Weather Ranger, and we're going to have a map discussion here. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who signed in, especially to the members. And you can only hear me right now, but we're going to open up the screen and start showing some models. Okay, if you do have Google Plus, you should be able to see a panel on the right hand screen where I want you to ask any questions that you have that you think you might have even through the end of this week. I'm going to have to start going back to work on Wednesday. Only one more day tomorrow of answering stuff, and then I'm not going to be available really late in the week when I need to be. So make sure that you answer or ask all your questions in the Google Plus Q&A section, please. And I don't think you guys have seen me in a while, or if ever. But I think that let's see. I was trying to see if I show. I was trying to see if I showed up in the camera here. But okay. Let's see if this thing will launch. We have 4 viewers. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Charlotte Weather Ranger Mike Griffith here, and we're going to be talking shortly about the all the snow we're supposed to be getting up through DC and up to the Northeast here through the rest of this week. Now, if I can only get the webcam feature to actually work, it doesn't look like it was. Well, anyway, I guess we'll just worry about that next time and worry about configuring all this later. But anyway, thanks for viewing, everybody. We're now live, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming snowstorm. And let me go ahead and let's get this show on the road because I'm sure that it's a little late in the evening and a lot of people are going to want to go to sleep soon. So if you want to ask the Q&A one more time, just please make sure that you're in the Google Plus application. You have to be signed into the Google Web Plus in order to be able to follow the. Okay, I'm just wondering which one am I screen sharing here. Oh, okay. Hmm. Okay. I don't know if everybody can see the screen or not. I don't know if you can. Let me try this one more time over here. Oh, okay. Let me try this instead here. Okay. Ah, there we go. Okay, now you can more than likely see my mouse and my screen. Sorry about that. And we're going to continue here with the show. And what we're going to do is let's see if it actually would pop open here at all. It'd be interesting if it doesn't. That way you could see me a little bit better, and I wouldn't be hidden from you guys all the time. You can actually see who I look like and what I look like. But okay, something's going on with the cam. This thing is so old. It's from 2000 and wow, it's from 2008 or 2008. I want to say. So the webcam is obviously crashing and burning, and I need a new one. Easily, I need a new one. I definitely need a new webcam. Okay, well, hopefully this doesn't end up ruining my day here. Okay, it's finally decided it wants to do what it wants, basically, and not what you tell it. That's not what computers are designed to do. Okay, so one of the things we have going on tonight here is an Alberta Clipper moving in from our west, and it's going to be affecting the mountains of western North Carolina through eastern Tennessee. And we're not looking at a whole lot. We're actually looking at maybe an inch or so for the mountains, maybe more in the higher elevations above 3,000 feet. Other than that, just maybe some flurries that might make it to the Piedmont tomorrow, might make it to just to the east of the mountains of Virginia. So residual flurries from this system might make it here. We might get a treat. We might see a little bit of flakes here tomorrow, Wednesday, across North Carolina, anyway. Not so much South Carolina. Hampton Roads, I know that you're going to be okay for now, but when we get into Sunday, things are going to start deteriorating rapidly as another storm, a big storm, not another, but a big storm rolls in. And let me show you what I'm talking about here with the GFS. And we're going to be looking at total accumulated snowfall. Okay, this is the GFS, and we're looking at. Okay, we're gonna put it. We're gonna take it on into the future here, and we're gonna try to bring it into this coming Saturday. Okay, so here's Friday. Accumulating snow, according to the GFS, begins over the western Virginia mountains and West Virginia here. Heaviest stuff. Even the western Carolina mountains, eastern Tennessee mountains, all the way down to North Georgia mountains, starting to see snow breaking out by Friday morning, actually. All this is the system coming out of Canada, riding the jet stream down to the East Coast and just dropping snow on the way. That's the first part of the system. That's step one. And I have a viewer in Hampton Roads in Newport News. Name is Anna Wall. Shout out to one of our number one fans, and is always there for us, and we try to be there as much for her as possible, and we appreciate her membership also with our site. 99 cents a month, everybody, and that's all it would be to get more stuff like this. But I'm doing it special right now because everybody needs to know about the upcoming storm this weekend. So anyway, looks like you could have some light stuff even come down in Hampton Roads early in the day on Friday. So we're gonna have to watch the system. Although this shows nothing for Friday morning, then as we go into the future here, it's looking like the Tidewater of Virginia starts to see snow across the day Friday as the first part of the system begins to phase. Now, as the second part of the system begins to phase, we start to see trouble. That's the system coming up from the tropical jet stream, which is going to have with it a whole bunch of moisture to work with. So it's going to be really cold air, and it's going to be really warm, moist jet stream disturbance that phases with something coming out of the northern branch of the jet stream at just the right time. And they're going to make a baby, and the baby's going to sit off the coast here and absolutely just hammer the upper mid Atlantic, down through the mid Atlantic, down through the coastal Virginia. I think some of the stuff here makes it even the southeast Virginia, although this latest model run isn't showing that. I don't see this crazy of a situation being so confined. I see it being more widespread than this. Okay. But look at this, folks. This is unprecedented amount of snow. This is why I wanted to do the live broadcast. And I also wanted to show you how to look at the numbers. First of all, you should be able to see a number right here, and this is inches. 29.3 this model is putting out and also in Allentown, 27 and a half, 20 inches of snow for Philly, according to this GFS model. Now this is anywhere around lunchtime through 1 o'clock PM on Saturday. By the time it's all said and done on Saturday, we're going to be looking at some historic amounts of snow here across Pennsylvania. I do think stuff makes it across the Tidewater of Virginia, although it looks like there's going to be a gradient from south to north to see who gets the least here. Probably Newport News, maybe just a few flurries, maybe just dusting, maybe up to an inch. Depends after what the storm wants to do after it forms. Once it forms over the water, then we're going to know where all the bands are and where they're going to go. We're going to have to just live in the moment forecast. Although the thing is that I work on Saturday all day for 12 hours, so I'm not going to be able to provide the updates that I want to. And I don't know if there's a volunteer out there that might want to help out on Saturday. I'll just make you a page admin. Just give me a quick message in the instant message on the Charlotte Weather Ranger site, and then you can do that. Other than that, the updates are going to be scarce from Wednesday through Saturday for me. So I'm going to have at it one more day tomorrow, maybe, and then that might be it for me for the rest of the week. But look at 32.6 inches of snow in Allentown, Pennsylvania. 34 inches. This is like almost 3 feet of snow, people. The GFS is putting out right here over the far northern western Philly suburbs. Okay, this is what the GFS just shifted itself over to. Okay, and this is from this afternoon's run. So this is the latest GFS snow output for the latest storm. And this is what we are looking at, not only in the form of frozen precipitation, but additionally snow. So if you want to know more realistic amounts of these insane numbers right here, what I would do is figure out how much of that is liquid equivalent in freezing rain and sleet and subtract that out in inches, and then you will get the actual number of snow left over after that. But even if it is, well, say if it's like 5 inches of sleet, you're going to have 30 inches of snow on top of that in addition to that. So uh, this is just kind of unprecedented right now. A really, really historic looking East Coast snowstorm that is shaping up right here, and it hasn't really happened since 1996. These amounts, the inches are in the 30s, and quite honestly, if it is a similar 1996 setup, I mean, look at all the snow to the west of this bullseye right here. I mean, this is just from the one system coming out of the Rockies, the Canadian Rockies, that is. That's where it originates. It's almost like a clipper, but then something comes up from the southern branch of the jet stream, and it's been real active this year, and combines with it in phases right off the coast of Jersey, Long Island, and also Delaware. And I'm thinking that the winds are going to pick up like crazy, blowing and drifting snow all interior Connecticut. I'll get my states right eventually. Don't worry, I'll be okay. And also through New York State, through New Jersey, especially the Poconos. My goodness, the ski slopes have had nothing up there all winter long up until this weekend. Huh. So DC getting in on the action. DC well over a foot coming on Saturday is possible. And looking at like 28 inches of snow in the mountains of western Maryland, and all the way down through the Carolinas. Let's take a look down here. I mean, even Atlanta is on the brush of some real light stuff down here, and it looks like it's limited to the mountains. But I'm going to show you something that I think is important with this storm system. That all this is right here is just one output for snow amounts. Now let me show you another a decent model output for Saturday. Look at this right here. I think the snow does make it down into the Piedmont of North Carolina. Oops, I just bumped it. And let's go back one right here. Check this out over Western Carolina. This is cold enough to snow. This is all very cold air, dipping all the way down into Florida. So some of those orange groves down there are going to have to be on the lookout because of the amount of cold air coming down there on Friday night into Saturday. This system just takes the cold air, wraps it with it, and says, "Thank you very much. I need you. I need you a lot." And we're going to take it on into later Saturday where this thing just bombs out and intensifies. 986 millibars low, windy, isobars all packed in together tightly, which means windy. So this is a classic nor'easter. It's a monster. It's still snowing in Philly Saturday evening. Eastern North Carolina will be plenty cold enough to see some flakes. Also, Hampton Roads. Here's a little bit of output right here. If you can see that, right there in the Tidewater is a little blue spot. So after this system moves away and draws a whole bunch of cold air in behind it, we could see a changeover from rain to snow there, accumulating right now. I'm going to put my upper limit at 5 or 6 inches at the most. I don't think it's going to be that much down there. But I want to show you guys something else right now before we're going to call it a night here. And we're going to go look at something called the reanalysis, and I want to see in 1996 when 19 okay, maybe I should go extra 10 years into the future here to be mathematically correct. Okay, 1996. And I believe it was right around then, I think, of when it actually happened. Let me actually look that up right now. January 6th through 8th. Okay, let's go check this out. January. I was close. Okay, so here's January. Um, and it looks like we are. Okay, let's go back here and go with January 7th because nothing it didn't look like anything was happening on January 6th yet. Here comes a very deep trough. Back in this is back in 1996, folks. Look at how interesting this is. Okay, I think I found something here. Just a quick search on the date and knowledge of the year of when it was 1996. Look at how this trough digs into the eastern United States. It just made my chest flutter a little bit looking at the similarity between this digging trough, although it was much more powerful of a shortwave right here. I mean, this was just intense back then in 1996. We're looking at January 7th, 1996, when Philly had a historic 33 inches of snow, 32 inches of snow. Okay, it digs just the same way. Look at the position of this low. Look what it did. It easily threw snow across western North Carolina. This was moist at 5,000 feet above the atmosphere, and it looks like anywhere from Charlotte and Carolina saw some flakes from this one. So it's amazing stuff right there. And that system just kind of really hugged the coast, and it didn't move quick enough. So the thing is that this coming storm on Friday and the Saturday, two-piece storm. First part hits a little bit early with some snow, and then the big stuff gets cranking after that. After the two storms meet and phase up on Saturday, and it's looking a lot like the blizzard of '96. People, this is to be taken seriously if you live in Philadelphia, Long Island, down through DC. Please pay close attention to this. This is a possible dire situation. We're talking feet of snow. Start to think about all the precautions that you could be taking in those areas, as we would suggest that you start getting ready now. Lots of models are agreeing on this. It's not just one model outlying other ones and being by itself. It's looks like something's coming, people. Okay, well, thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and thanks for all our viewers. And just was comparing this to the Blizzard '96. Look at the storm track of that, and look at the same type of familiarity it had to the one coming on Saturday. I thought that was kind of spooky. Okay, well, not to creep you out too much, but like I said, anywhere from Philly, New York, down through DC, Philly, down through DC, through the west of Philly, watch out this coming weekend. Get your preparation started now for a major winter storm. That's all from Charlotte Weather Ranger. I'm meteorologist Mike Griffith. Thanks a lot for listening and have a great night.